Hello, YouTube, and happy Halloween. There is some spooky movement happening in the charts, and we're talking about the SPY and how it is now back above the 50 DMA for the second time. Are we going to get a third? And that is where we're going to find out whether or not this is a spooky Halloween, and we're going to go into the new month or November with a fat fade. So if we don't, we're kind of told that we can shake off this spookiness. We can get one more day to close back above the 50, and then it's time to go up. That's what we did the last couple of times. So what was spooky about today was that we have the ECB coming in with 10.7 on the CPI, or inflation. That is double digits. That is the first time I think we've seen this for Europe. We also noted as above the forecast and above the previous number. Oh yeah, things cost 10% more than last year. I don't think people are getting paid 10% more. So that stings and that hurts. Why tomorrow could be the big day is because the BOE starts selling bonds on November 1st, but not long dated gilts. So is this going to be a time where we ultimately do go down on the third day and just power flush below the 50 DMA? Or is this just a one-day spookiness and we're going to go higher? Drop me a comment and tell me what you think. Because the last time that we had some real movement in the market, and we're going to talk about how to identify a trend change in a moment. But if we go through here, October 10th, the week of October 10th, the stock market will be 59% down, 32% up. Before that, it's usually 50-50. So where were we on October 10th? Well, that was when Kathy Wood sent her note off to the Fed, crying, right? Boo-hoo, Kathy. Maybe time to dress up as a spooky ghost this Halloween and show the world why it really matters. If we look back on the chart here, so, oh my goodness, the week of October 10th is when we put in our low and started going back up. So people started getting really scared. And now the week right here is where there was a notable change in trend. We were going down, we started going sideways, then we started going up. We got a bullish weekly engulfing candle. Why is that important? Well, it's important because ever since then, thank you very much to our audience, by the way, for getting us to 10,000 subscribers about 2 weeks ago. We have grown since then, and we appreciate all of you. Please consider smashing the thumbs up to tell YouTube to go find more people to show us to. It's been pretty stuck till then, right? 40-60, 50-40, 50-50. It's getting real tight, right? Tight. So people are not sure what's going to happen. Now that we are above the 50 DMA, as I mentioned before, I'm going to actually show you two more things. Then we're going to go do some charting. And as we look here, we now note that for November 18th on the monthly chain, there has been a straddle being built, right? We got 390. So we take the number of 390 and then we add the prem or the premium, and that gives us the break-even price. So here we got 390 and we got about $20 in premium. So what that implies, not guarantee, this is just an options trade. This is from Friday, by the way. Sorry, from the weekend. I took the screenshot. It did convert to 54 and 54 roughly. So it tells me that's 54 and 54. And what's really interesting too is that this at the money actually lost about. If we just zoom in here, we got about $5 added in premium and $8 lost, which means that they torched the straddle. They did a great job. The straddles are not supposed to move that much, so they bought and sold, but net they added a bit more. So 390 plus 20 gives us a break-even price of either 410 or 370. So what does that mean? Well, that's like a big move from here, right? Yeah, 20 points. That's 5%. So if we're going to go up or down by 5% or 20 points, wouldn't it be a great time to know what a trend change is? Because as a reminder, stocks can do three things. They can go up, they can go down, or they can go sideways. That's it. They can just go up, down, or flat. And as a rule of thumb, if we start a sideways action, the next move is going to tell us whether or not we are resuming higher or we're resuming lower. So keep that in mind. And now we're going to look at some charts here. So what I actually want to do is to clean up this chart today because this is now clearly no longer a funnel. We spent enough time above it. We can now delete it. And as we delete it, I'm going to do a few more things. I'm going to actually show you how I would construct my chart. And I'm saying that because I'm seeing some very interesting price action today. So we're now deleted some stuff. It gets a little bit less noisy. We're actually going to Change the setting on here to reduce the visibility because how can I make that a lot less visible? There we go. Opacity. Going to turn this down to, I don't know, like 25, 20%. Why? Because it doesn't really matter as much. That's like way below. So we shouldn't have to really worry about these numbers as much. Go to 20 here. Oops, why no, not 205, just 20. There we go. It's 20 and 20. Let's just make these lines the same because I still want them there. I just don't want them to be dominating the chart. And I'll make these black for the background after. I just know just for time. I just want to walk you through how I would normally do this because it's a really good exercise. It shows you how to be prepared. Not 220, please. There we go. Thank you. The charts are spooky today. So now we looked at all the stuff. Let's go back. Let's go back to here. We now have an area which is going to be green. And what is it? Oh my goodness. It's 373.33. That's right. We just got that number from the straddle. So, okay. So we look at 370. That would be our downside. And now we know where the horizontal ray comes from. Here we got a green line, which means the green line starts from there, from this local low, which is the gap zone we had when everyone got super bearish on the market. So as everyone's getting super bearish, we established a low. That's the area we're watching. It's also our weekly low from last week, which would signify a higher weekly low. Now we're going to look at the low here going back to May. That is still an important area, which is why it's white. And then we got a red white line here again, which is going to be important. And that's off of the day we had volume and that massive gap where there was a lot of emotion. And then the red line or resistance is now found here at 395. So now with all of that, we're going to show you a couple of things. Now just keep in mind where we are. 2 days above the 50 DMA. Let's actually do one more thing here before I forget. This right here was 2 and done, right? 2 and done. Over here, we went below. Let's go back in time, actually. Right below the 50, back above 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4 days above. We got 4 times here, and that gave us a substantial move higher. So for tomorrow, if we can just get one more, again, history tells us we can shake off the spookiness and go higher. Now, let's delete everything and ask ourselves, okay, if there's a straddle being built, which means we have to move to 410, which is basically our 200 DMA, or down to 370, which is strong support in that 2020 close. What do we see here? Well, we deleted everything, I think. Yep. So this is a daily chart. Just pay attention here. We got a 1-day chart, and we have an inside bar. So we have an inside bar here, and we are over the 50 DMA on the 1 day. Now, as we look here to the 1 week, what do we have? All right, 1 week chart. We have another inside bar. Okay, cool. What does that mean? It means sideways. It means consolidation. Now let's look at a 1 month chart. Why? Well, it's spooky, spooky Halloween, which means it's the last day of the month. And as we're going to be opening here, unless we're able to get above 389.52, we're also going to have an inside bar on the monthly. So we have daily, weekly, monthly consolidation. That's what an inside bar is. So what is going to fulfill? Meaning, are we going to go up or down? I'm not 100% sure from here. But to keep the video nice and simple and to make sure that I don't take away from the weekend video, that's going to queue up now. Watch that if you want. If not, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, and I wish you a terrific Halloween. Thanks so much.